Alright, welcome to another Maxishine video. Today we're going to be looking at the GTX580 and I've got 3 of them. Lucky enough. We'll go ahead and open it up. We'll see what you get inside. We're going to be comparing it to the old 480s. And check out what they've done and what they've changed. These run a lot cooler than the old ones and they're a lot more quiet. I was actually playing World at War yesterday and they were so loud. I reckon they would have easily hit 100 decibels. So hopefully these ones should have reasonable sounding fans. I'm just dying to see one of these. This is like what the GTX480 should have been. Alright, we'll just chuck the usual crap out the side. The instructions, not interested. Cables, not interested. What we want to see is the card itself. Let's see what sort of changes they've made. Okay, pretty dodgy on the egg card and packaging. That's not what we want to see. What we want to see is, open it the right way, sorry. Wow, there it is. GTX580. They've gone back to a plastic cover. Feels a bit flimsy actually, a little bit lighter. Listen to that. Probably cheaply put together, but that's not really important. Dual DVI as well with the little mini HDMI as well, or display port. Let's pull all 3 out and compare them to the 480s. Alright, let's just start with the face of the 580. You can see it's got the same fan as before. Plastic cover. They've removed the extruding heatsink, which kind of gave it a bit more of an expensive look. That's fine. It's more about performance, and obviously the heat being the biggest issue with the older version. Yeah, look at the same. They've actually gone back to the old style of exhaust here with the little thinner slots. On the 580, on the 480, they had the wider vents there to let the heat out, so they're not bothered obviously because it's not as hot as before. Dual DVI as well, nothing special there. Now let's just unpack the rest of these babies. I want to put them all together and get a nice group shot. There's nothing better than seeing a bunch of these next to each other. Let's chuck all this useless stuff out the way again. 580 number 2. Kind of pretty with the blue. Very nice. Now let's open up the third one. Getting messy on my desk now. I don't know where my ruler is. I usually use a ruler, but I'll use my friend's Mercedes key to open it up. He doesn't mind. Let's rip this stuff away and cut right into this. I'm kind of excited. Ooh, what's going on here? Damaged the packaging a little bit. Let's open that up. 580 number 3. I'm getting more efficient at this now. And off you come. Off you come. Here we go. Obviously try a slide. I've also got Black Ops installed on my PC, so that's probably one of the first games we're going to be testing. Now let's just straighten these up and have a look at $2,000 worth of graphics cards. Now we're just mucking around, just showing you, putting these little babies on show. It's kind of cool to get excited about stuff like this. It's not that bad. You're paying so much money, you might as well enjoy it. Okay guys, this is what $4,000 worth of graphics cards looks like. You see the 480s on the right and the 580s on the left. I'm going to miss the way these look. I like the way the heatsink comes out of there. So these are a little bit of a cheap look. Here we have them side by side. nearly exactly the same in length. The fan does look bigger on the 580, but that could be just because the openings opened up more. You can see on the 480, you can see right through the board, allowing more air to go through. They knew from the start they were going to have heat issues, and they haven't bothered doing it on the 580. So this is going to be what we're comparing. Not every day you see something like that. It's going to be going into the Maxishine system again for people who are not familiar with what I'm running. It's the SR2. You can see there I've already installed the 580s. Just installing the drivers. I think it's 262 point something. They've just been released. 24 gig of memory, SR2 motherboard, dual Xeon 6 cores, so we've got 12 cores of CPUs. Of course that's on the water cooled Lion Lee. Not sure if you can see that. Again, just for people who aren't familiar with it, looking a bit dusty. I'm going to clean that up. I always clean this system up on the desk when I get new hardware. So that's pretty much it. 330-inch Samsungs as well, 7680 by 1600 gaming. That's what we're going to be doing with Black Ops, which is already installed. So stay tuned for the next video. We're going to be running Black Ops with Tri-SLI 580s.